Hello, everybody. It's Bob. I'm here with Sarah. I was about to say I'm here with Jamie, and Jamie just all of a sudden just vanished on us. So,
Yeah.
oh wait, Jay Z is coming back. So
Okay.
we are now here with Jay Z as well.
I'll be
Hello.
leaving at some point or going audio only at some point as I have official dance mom duties tonight.
So we will. Sarah will be in and out.
Mhm.
Jamie hopefully will be here for the entire ride. Um, with it being September 21st, I've totally missed out by not having an audio clip of Earth, Wind, and Fire to play. Um,
Fail.
but
Thanks, Dan, for that reminder.
yeah, thank you, Dan, on your page for that reminder. We do have a few junkies. Hi, Mark. Hi, Faith. Hi, Sydney. Hello. So we are here to talk Fright Fest. But before we do that, I want to thank everybody who participated in the coaster challenge, especially those on the Junkies team. We raised over $3,000 to benefit Special Olympics. So that was amazing that we pound it. And then I also want to thank everyone who stepped up to volunteer to help with the event. You guys are amazing. I received high praise from the park, thanking us and all the volunteers that having the event run as smooth as it did, and it was with your help that it was such a smooth event. So
And it looked like a big event. I don't think I remember it being that big. It was a big event. So junkies just always come out and show up. So thank you so much.
yes, it was awesome, and I've already seen a few volunteers already said they'll volunteer again next year. So I'm excited. Hopefully, we get the opportunity again to kind of step up and help the park out. So, where do we want to start? Where do we want to start this Fright Fest discussion? There's so much to talk about.
Well, I think the big one that we see on our in our group all the time, we're still seeing questions about how those haunted houses work, and now we have some insight as far as redeeming passes or who needs passes, and maybe we can address that first since we tend to see that question in our group at least 4 times a day.
Yes, and there's a lot on, especially a lot when the park was open too, on everyone
Hmm.
headed to the park. So, for those who, I'll take the member part of this. For those who are Diamond Elite or Diamond Elite VIP, the Fright Pass is automatically added to your membership card. There's nothing you need to do other than scan it at the entrance. You can update, you can upgrade to the Express in park. And what was it? $10, $20
It
to.
wasn't so it's supposed to be 20. My daughter actually did this with her friends, and they were really confused, and I think I saw somebody else say, they were only, like, they were ringing up less than $10 per person, which is probably a mistake. So,
So
please
we
don't go in and
was
expect
as well.
it. Yeah, but then the problem with doing it in park and adding it is when you go to scan your digital Fright Pass, the express isn't connected, so then when you go to the express line, it comes up invalid. So there were some like she said that she felt like she had to talk her way into all the houses and show, "Yes, I bought this. I bought this wristband. Here's my receipt." So that part, I'm sure there's been some reevaluation, and I'm sure now because I'm the one that always talks about price glitches and then they fix the glitch. There was definitely a price glitch. She bought 2 and they rang up 19 and some change, and she was like, "I don't understand." And then 2 of her friends bought 2 and they rang up like $9 for 2. So I don't know if somebody just wasn't pressing the right buttons on the register or if the register was programmed with an old amount, but it's supposed to be 20 and it's supposed to just add to your Fright Pass. It is a wristband, but there were some glitches with adding it.
I'm seeing somebody in the comments. I'm going to throw this one up, or Brent, if you can throw that one up on the screen, I'd appreciate it.
Mhm.
There we go. So now we had one that
Yeah,
rang up for 5.
5. Yeah. So maybe it's like Wheel of Fortune with it. You can be charged anywhere from $5 to $20 for
Up
the
to
upgrade.
20.
I'm sure somebody read a register report on that and has made some adjustments since. This was Saturday, but It's supposed to be 20 and it's supposed to work seamlessly with whatever's loaded for your member. It was not a seamless process. It wasn't it was great, I'm sure, for all the people who didn't have to pay the right amount, but to actually get them to accept the member pass and the express line was a little bit of a process.
And then for those who are diamond, I think this one comes up even more than the diamond elite. For those who are diamond, you get one single haunted house per season. It's not per visit. It might have been per visit in the past.
It's always been per season, but I think maybe it hasn't disappeared off the benefits and people have been able to get more.
So it is one time through per season. So if you're there, you're diamond, you want to visit the 5 other haunted houses, you will have to purchase that Fright Pass.
And as far as redeeming it, my understanding from our wonderful members who have helped share the screenshots from Diamond, since I no longer have Diamond memberships, and I don't think anyone in our team has the Diamond memberships right now. And everyone's on an upgrade anyway. That you actually do have to go when you can do it the day of that you're in the park, and you can do it from the park, you can do it from outside a haunted house, but it's not like the Diamond Elite where you just scan your card. You have an added step where you need to go in and select your house. That's my understanding. If somebody's Diamond and they used it and had a different experience, definitely correct us, because I'm just going by what the information the literature said. It said you can do it from in the park. You don't have to do it 24 hours ahead of time. You can do it from right outside the house, but you do need to go into mypass.sixflags.com and into that Fright Fest area. Click on it and choose your house if you're diamond.
Yeah, it could be, like, seriously, it could be spur of the moment. So you could be walking by like, hey, I want to use it on this particular house, and go for it. Or if you're walking around trying to find the shortest line for a particular house and you said use it on that. But it can be done up till that minute. So don't stress out midweek thinking, oh my God, I need to pick which haunted house. You can do it. You can do it on the fly.
And I suspect like the $9 charges or that people were being charged may have been the charge for a single haunted house, because I've heard there are SKUs for those. So perhaps that's what people were being charged. So if you really just wanted to go to one, maybe ask if that's possible. Maybe you can buy it on site.
And I would also recommend, if you're going to buy an express pass, don't buy it right away in the morning. Gauge how the night goes, how the lines go, because when we were going through Sunday night, the express line was triple the line for just going in the haunted house.
And that's what I heard about Saturday as well. I heard Saturday it was so many people were buying it, maybe because they were getting it for $5. And or maybe that's just something that was, I mean, if you looked at how I think we were at what, $34.99 for a daily pass. So people didn't have a problem doing the $20 upgrade to $54.99 and wanted to get them. I mean, maybe it's because that was a lower price point anyway for one day, but I heard there were so many people in line, and that you probably could get in because you probably could get in faster without express.
And then obviously if you're a season pass holder, you do need the Fright Pass if you're going to do it one time. But if you're going to be making multiple trips, the Fright Pass season pass option is probably your best bet to go.
I would personally recommend that, just because even in Saturday and Sunday weren't considered our busiest days. It's just going to get busier, and to fit all, what are we, 5? How would we do 6?
6.
5? 6. To fit 6 haunted houses in that, even with express, it's a tall order. And so if you buy a one-day pass and you don't get through all of them, you don't get through all of them. And if the price differential is, $20, I would recommend just going with the all season. And I think by the end of the season, the price differential is like $5, which kind of makes sense in a way. Do they have a Fright Pass season pass? Yes.
Yes, we just said that.
We're
It is hoping maybe you just tuned in and missed it, but yes,
yeah,
we just said that.
it is online. I know we can post the link later tonight, just as a reminder, if we want a direct link to adding it. For a Fright Fest haunted house, how much is it to go to the haunted houses? There's no member discount on Fright Passes. It's considered like it's not considered one-day ticket, but like on our add-ons, generally we don't get a discount on all season add-ons. It's all season add-on. So the haunted houses, so if you want a Fright Pass, let me make sure. Is it $59.99?
Yeah, Zoe bought an additional one on top of her Diamond Elite VIP on Sunday. It was $60, and she did it in the park right at that front gate.
Okay. So yeah, and you can do it in park. If you want to use your gift card, you can do it in park. And did they issue her the cards instead of attaching it to her membership? Did she get a card that she has to use? Okay.
We're consulting here.
I know Nadine.
They attached it to her card.
Oh, they attached it to her card. So I know Nadine stopped me when I was volunteering at Wizard and showed me. And she's like, they gave us these little cards. And it was just a little card with a barcode that she can use every time. And she was able to use her use her gift cards. So it was really exciting that she shared that information, because we were kind of thinking it was digital only, but you can go and purchase. How much is it? It's dynamic. So $59.99 for a season. As far as the price for the night, it's dynamic pricing. So it can go anywhere from, I believe, $29.99 up to $54.99. It just depends how popular they anticipate the houses are going to be. So as you can see, that $59.99 is not too bad. It's in line with everything else. If you go there twice, you have your value.
Yep. I'm just waiting to see if anything else pops up on Fright Pass or Express Pass before we
Yeah. So Fright Pass is a barcode either on your phone or on the card. And then the Express is still a wristband that you're going to get. And we're going to assume that they're different colors every time. I know it was orange on Saturday and I don't know what it was on Sunday. And there is no season Express Pass. So anyone who's getting an upgrade to Express is going to have to pick up that wristband.
Yeah, I know that you mentioned the gift cards, but after seeing all the new merch, I don't know who has money left on the gift cards anymore.
I only made it into one store because we just had a really busy weekend, but we of course bought the giant Squishmallow because don't ever have a kid who always has her birthday around the first weekend of Fright Fest. She just knows to ask for things. But yeah, there's so much more that I want to get. I didn't have a gift card. I still had vouchers, and I think I'm on my last park bucks. It's kind of sad to see the end of it.
But it's great to see so much merch now. And not only black hoodies, you've got white hoodies, you have gray hoodies, you've got tons of different designs. And I know I've posted some of them. Jamie's posted some of the designs, and some are just hoodies. Some aren't. You can get in a t-shirt, you can get the long sleeve t-shirt like I have on right now.
I liked that one. I will say that for my daughter's birthday, purchased a bunch of Halloween Horror Nights merchandise for her from Universal Orlando and had it sent. If I look at the Six Flags merchandise in comparison with the Halloween Horror Nights, they're very comparable. Like, I really think that the Six Flags designs are more fun than what came from Universal. So, and they have the socks too. So it's cool to see them step up their merch game.
I seen Jamie walking out with bags. What did you have a favorite thing you bought, Jamie?
Not really. It's the sweatshirts. I mean, between the sweatshirts, the hoodies, the t-shirts, the shot glasses, the lanyards, the coffee cup.
Oh, I didn't see the lanyards yet. See, I've missed a lot. I need to go
Let me see if I can find one.
I've got.
This is a good transition to merch.
Yeah, I have mine. Mine is just kind of, since Jamie's on the move, I'll let her track it down. But mine is would require me to standing up, but I can actually grab it if
well, in the t-shirt you're wearing, Bob, it was nice to see extended sizes.
Yeah, I can stand up and
3 lane. Yeah. Nice stuff.
So it says
yeah. Is it one of those like half length? Oh my goodness, I need that. Not that I ever wear my pass, but I love that.
It's got like blood on the top of it.
Blood's like dripping down.
Wow. Now don't everyone run in on Friday and buy those, because I still need one.
Yeah, and hopefully there's stuff still left after Chris has been through the gift shops.
Well, and I know that somebody commented, and we've heard that somewhere else, that not all the trucks came, that they were missing a truck, so they were missing some sizes. I wanted to commend them on having extended sizes as well as a lot of children's sizes. That was
they even had up to 4X.
Yeah. Always surprised me that the funnel cake one didn't go up to 4X. And like, come on. You know us fluffy people, like we're your audience.
Yes. Are you referring to the hoodie? Well, I'm wearing the t-shirt version, but I do have the hoodie in this one too. I'm assuming you're talking this design. This is probably my favorite design of the
let me see if my son can bring. We had to choose. So the 2 designs, one is like the puppet with a knife, and he couldn't wear it to school because he's in 5th grade. But he did buy the octopus that glows in the dark, and I'm going to see if he can bring it over. It was really cool.
Shot glass has the girl on one side, and then it has. Line it up.
Okay, the guy on the other side and the spider.
Has the boy. I'm failing at lining it up today.
Yeah, the creepy puppet is that and the little girl, the doll. I love.
He's on the other side of it, Sarah.
Nice. I guess I don't know. Toothpick holder in our house. They're toothpick holders, or
the pill holders in my medicine cabinet. I really like the one sweatshirt we bought. It's not a hoodie, but it says "I love Fright Fest" on it.
No way. So is it a long sleeve shirt?
Yeah, it's a long sleeve sweatshirt.
Wow, there's like a crew neck.
Yeah.
Is that the back of it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And I love that they don't date these. You can put it in the chat if you love that too, but I love that they're not dated, which is really nice, because you can collect different designs and we can see older designs that show up, but it's exciting to see the new ones, and we can always like bring them out and not feel too vintage. Which store has that one? So which store has the best selection?
I think Cartoon Cabin probably, because that's the one. The only place we found that one was Cartoon Cabin. Oh, and
everyone a lesson about dating merch. Yes.
The little kid one for JJ. Well, I'm not doing it right. Wait, you gotta hold it up this way.
Oh boy. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's adorable too.
Except I'm wondering if they'll let me exchange it for a bigger one, because it's not big enough for him.
Oh, I feel like my 16-year-old would wear that. She'd go buy like a extra large and rock.
Some adults that want it for themselves.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Great.
I saw the socks. I have to get the socks.
Yeah, Chris modeled those and took a photo. We all seen.
I thought that those were even better than the Halloween Horror Night socks. So Six Flags wins merchandise so far.
Let's hope they can pull it all the way through to Holiday in the Park.
Yeah. Now, as far as the one thing for merchandise that I didn't see this year that I've seen in the past, is a refillable chocolate mug, hot chocolate mug. And I didn't really see hot chocolate out. Maybe it'll come out later, or maybe it's just not going to be a thing. But as long as tags are still attached, you can exchange it. Thank you, Vita. And of course, Vita's reminding me, she had a post that if you're like me and you want to buy a giant Squishmallow that's like this big, you don't have to worry about waiting to buy it on your way out, because there is package pickup at Six Flags Great America. So you
saved my life Saturday.
They will. What do? They seal up your bag and then you pick it up at guest relations at the end of the night?
Yeah, there's a form you fill out, put your name and your phone number, and then the cashier writes the store and the time and all that. And then you get a copy and they have a copy.
Nice. Got some major points from shopping. I mean, I didn't do that bad. I was pretty good about it. We just had to hit Squish. I don't even know if it's a bird or an octopus or bird octopus witch. I don't know what this thing is. But it had to come into our house and it's here. Well, it's really convenient, especially if you're buying things like, I know there's all those breakable things in the cabin.
We have the reversible Squishmallows.
Now, we had a problem with those. We got the cat.
We got
the cat. We got the
Frankenstein, and then it flips into Wolfie. And then there's a pumpkin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Flipped into like a little pirate boy.
We went to Victory Lane first because we needed to get Squishmallows. My Squishmallow that was the cat, my discount didn't come off of it. So I actually had to go to guest relations and get my discount.
And I'm horrible. I don't check my receipts, so I probably
your discount probably didn't come off. It just wasn't programmed in. But then there was some lady that was trying to collect all the Squishmallows. And we had the cat and she couldn't find another cat. And I swear she was just about to ask us if she could have our cat, which we probably would have just given it to her. And then her husband found one. But we're not like collectors of anything, but my son just wanted the cat.
Yes, welcome to Squishmallow Podcast.
Yeah.
Presented by the Six Flags Great America.
I don't know. Yeah, well, because somebody's going to buy a $70 animal at a theme park. Me twice now.
Bob's got those. Don't open that.
Okay. So yeah, if we're transitioning over to like treats and food, we didn't see a refillable mug like we saw in 2019. So I do have a Fright Fest one from 2019. Maybe we'll see that later, but we did see some exciting desserts, and then a little bit of disappointing news on the specialty drink. We had a little bit of a YM or YM. Your mileage may vary. Let's see the cup. So Jamie just asked for the drink hold all the ingredients.
Yep.
Which I think was really smart because then you didn't have to carry around a sticky cup.
Yeah.
I think I ran into Mike and he was drinking the drink minus the syrup and said it was delicious. It was like an orange creamsicle.
That's what Vita said too.
Correctly. I saw some people getting it with just the Fanta and a little bit of vodka. And then there were some people who went to the same exact stands and asked if they could have the drink without the syrup and were told no. So
they also have a hat, apparently.
Oh, there's like a clown one too.
And then this side says Fright Fest on it.
Nice.
Very cool.
Really good. I think it was the syrup, like the frightening Fanta Fizz. They didn't have the candy corn syrup yet, but everything else they had.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a few posts on that where individuals were saying that they didn't have the syrup, so I don't know if.
I think that's the part I don't want to have anyway. So I don't think that was a real loss. I didn't get it yet.
Yeah, there's Friday. What I want to bring up about food, I want to bring this before you go mobile and you're on the move, because I don't know how soon you're gonna move.
Coming up soon.
Now we'll backtrack. We'll talk about the shows. It's very excited. Shows are back. Indoor Grand Music Hall. Here's a problem that Laura and I actually ran into on Saturday night. So since we volunteered for Coaster Challenge and we participated early on in Coaster Challenge itself, in order for us to see Ringmaster's Cabaret and Love at First Fright, it required us seeing the last two shows of the evening. And the last Love at First Fright show was at 8 o'clock. It's a 45-minute show. Let you out at 8:45. And we were starving. So we decided, you know what? Let's just grab Strutter's because it's right there. Well, guess what? The overhead door was pulled down and you could not get in the Strutter's. So then we decide
prior to an hour before the park closes.
So then we decide, let's head over to the food court and let's see what's available. Now, keep in mind, we had pizza for lunch. We get to the food court. Doghouse is open. Primo's was open. However, you could not get in line for Doghouse because they cut that line off already. Pizza was the only option. We looked at each other. We're like, no pizza. So as we wandered, kept going around, Mom Paw was open, but we didn't want, I don't know if we're just being picky, but we didn't want chicken strips. I wouldn't like a, burger, fries, whatnot. And we ended up eating after we left the park. We were fed up with it. We're like, okay, we can't get anything to eat here. So granted, Go Fresh was open, but that was a little too healthy for us. I don't want Go Fresh, but
I was thinking
same
you
issue
wanted
on Sunday.
bacon avocado burger.
Yes, I'd go for the bacon avocado burger. Did you say same thing on Sunday, Jamie?
Yep, the only thing we could get was pizza.
And then
At the beginning of the witching hour.
Didn't you also say that you were attempting mobile order around 6:45 and there wasn't really many options?
Nothing available, yeah.
Yeah, it's been getting closed off pretty early. It just makes it very difficult to plan ahead.
Right,
It
especially
surprises me, just as somebody in the arts industry, if you're a restaurant and a show is getting out at 7:45 and it's a big show, that's just a natural thing to people to come out of a show and I'm hungry.
Right.
So I would hope that someone would listen and think, okay, there's some flow of guests. They're going to come out of Grand Music Hall at 7:45 and they're going to be hungry. Maybe we should keep Strutters and JB's open to get that last rush of guests.
No, Aunt Martha's never did open. Gates of Hell is pretty much taking over that area. I know that they want to attempt to possibly get it open at some point. Not sure how with the way that haunted house is set up, but
yeah, because you go right through it.
They would have to clear that area before the haunted house line opened because people they always line up at that haunted house so early anyway.
Right. Yeah. From what I heard, it was going to be till 4 or 5 o'clock. It would be open if it was. So that got plenty of time to get people out of there before they have to reopen the gates to let people into the gates of hell.
Well, maybe they should focus on keeping Strutters and JB's open for just a little bit longer. I know it's hard. I know it's hard with just with staffing, but to maybe have something open late and make it known that that's the restaurant that's open.
Yeah. Especially like I said, when you're trying to do those last two shows, you watch The Uprising at 5:45, that ends, then you right away get in line for Ringmaster's Cabaret. You go through, watch that. You come out of Ringmaster's Cabaret and you get right back in line for Love at First Fright. So, it's not like there's even downtime to say, oh, let me run to the food court, grab something and come back.
Yeah.
And one of the people in our group has a dairy allergy, so pizza was not going to work for that individual.
No. At that point, you don't know that they're still making fresh pizza.
Right.
Maybe that's not where you want to go anyway. Yeah, I would hope that could be a priority to keep at least something open. And especially when people are trying to rush to get all those houses in, it's really hard to do in between 6 and 10 to get 6 houses. Near impossible to do and to have time to eat. And it's hard.
Yeah. Plus you got 900 scare zones to walk through. So
yeah.
Now I'd say it was even difficult. I was there, James, we were there on preview night, and just in that time with the limited crowds, it was still tough to get through all 6. And kind of grab a snack to eat, even with the lower amount of crowds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that last haunted house that night, we ran to get through it.
Yeah, Brent's saying it's a multi-visit.
Yeah.
It's more and more set. Like when you do the math of how long some of these lines get, even with Express, and even if you have an AAP, like an attractions accessibility pass, and the time like on Saturday was 60 minutes, it is impossible to get to every house in the time that they're open using your attractions accessibility pass because
And you can't ride a ride then in that time either,
Yep.
because
Yeah.
it matters. They asked when we were asked when was our last attraction.
And I think
But
it's a great problem to have that you have
yes,
such a robust offering. So we're definitely not complaining because we wouldn't want them to take anything away. But just understand, as we're sharing with you, you're not going, it is almost impossible to do, you catch the shows and all the haunted houses and get something to eat. And you're going to have to kind of pick and choose and maybe make it a multi-visit.
Definitely.
and just an FYI, currently Bloodshed has no AAP entrance.
Is it accessible where it is, or do they just tell you to come to the front?
Because where the entrance is, there's lines all through it. Like, because we used the wheelchair in that one, and I couldn't even get the wheelchair back to the entrance. There were so many people in line.
Yeah.
So we had to leave it with the attendants and the supervisor at where they were scanning your phone.
Would they let you go? Did they let you at least go through the express line with the AAP?
They didn't offer it to us, no.
Well, and plus the express line was so much longer
It was, yeah.
than everything else.
Yeah, because I thought I
Interesting.
seen on
And
the
that's
actual.
really, I know we got insight into that, but in this day and age, when you're building something now, it's almost inexcusable that wasn't in the design. You just designed it. It's not like the Whizzer station that predates the ADA.
So I actually have a
You
copy.
have to make it accessible. That should be part of the plans.
I actually have a copy here of the ADA. And what this actually says for under the haunted house sections, it says guests wanting to use the AAP at a haunted house should present the pass and your Fright Pass to the host via the express entrance of the haunted house.
Okay. But I wonder what happens when it's so long.
Right. I know there's some of them that do, like Jamie mentioned, there are some that have the actual AAP entrance.
I know where Manslaughter Manors is. I know where 13th Orders is. And I know how to access the one for Big Top. But I don't know about Gates of Hell, too, because that entrance is kind of roped off.
I'll be on. I'll just be listening.
Oops, sorry. And I know Medical Massacre, you can kind of go in from the side as well, but
Right. Yeah, did you visit any of the haunted houses on Saturday? I didn't go through any of them.
I don't remember Saturday, but we did 3 of them on Sunday.
Okay. Oh, now we're on a different. Oh, we were there. Now she's gone. I think she's just audio now.
I'm here. I've got to drive.
Okay. Yeah, keep your eyes on the road, not on us talking here.
So yeah, I know. I don't remember what I did on Saturday. It was such a long day; it was a blur.
Oh,
but we did do 3 of them on. No, I think we did. We did 3 of them Saturday and 3 of them Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you were there on Saturday just as long as we were.
Yeah.
7:45 to close is a
long day.
Long day. Was worth.
And you had to drive home. I at least got to go across the street.
Right. Exactly. I mean, after trying to get out of the parking lot, of course.
Right.
I made the mistake of not going towards Washington Street. I even told Laura, I'm like, should we go Washington? Should we try going this way? We're like, let's just go out the regular entrance.
Oh, yeah. And that's something I'm going to jump in for a second. be aware if you're picking up. There was like 3 lanes of traffic trying to get into the pickup drop off at close. There's no need to go to the pickup drop off at close. You can go into the parking lot. Just go all the way to the right. And then go out Washington. It was insane. But this also tells you that we had a lot of unaccompanied teenagers on Saturday.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely did. So any questions, anything on haunted houses before we sort of jump topics here again?
I have heard we have some requests for more scare actors in the haunted houses, but I think, it's loaves and fishes. What do you have?
Right. And I thought I'd seen it was posted in our group by one of the scare actors said that there is a point where they do take their break. They pull half the crew for 30 and then the other half for 30. So if you happen to be walking through at that time, there might be less scare actors in the haunted house. Unfortunately, they're not going to tell you that, hey, half the crew is on break here. So it's, hopefully, can time it right where they're all in there. I'm assuming as the season goes on, it's probably going to be, you'll probably see more scare actors. We can hope. All right, want to talk shows, Jamie?
All right, shows.
Talk shows. Finally, we're back in the Grand Music Hall.
Yes.
And I know you were there for the first. Which were you there for both?
I was there for the first laugh and the last Ringmaster.
Okay.
And awesome. I mean, they're not spacing you out in the theater. It is free reign. They do have those first 3 rows and those side seats that everyone loves sectioned off. You cannot sit there. I kind of personally get a kick out of all the people running up because they see those rows empty and they're like, oh my God. And it's like, if you didn't think all these people in the theater already would have been sitting there, but you never know. So, and the performers are wearing clear masks, and that you must wear your mask in the theater above your mouth and nose at all times. But I thought the shows were incredible.
They were awesome.
The second magic act in Ringmasters, I'm in awe. I can't walk in a circle, much less roller skate on a little platform.
I know. That was insane. I mean, even the first magic act with just the pure strength.
Yes.
In their balance, to hold somebody up for that long, that is unbelievable. I mean,
and that one point where he drops her to like almost of her face hitting the.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. You can just hear the gasp in the audience.
Yep.
And of course they added a different magic act for the Ringmaster himself. There's some song change-ups, which I really enjoyed. There's an awesome duet between 2 of the females that is killer.
Let's just say if you're fans of Linkin Park,
yes,
check it out. We'll just kind of leave it at that.
At my first performance of Laugh, the 3 jokes that Witchy tells, I kind of was like, they were really kiddie, but then again, the kiddies need something in the show. But then in my second show on Sunday, they were different jokes. So I was kind of glad that it wasn't always the same joke.
Yeah, so it's probably evolving, or just, she's just pulling different jokes out at different times.
Yes. But with the switch up of cast that David told us about at the picnic, he really pulled out all the stops, and they have an incredible cast starting in both shows.
Yes. Truly amazing.
We did catch the Monster Bash on Saturday. It's a cute little show for your kids, for the characters to dance along with. And then that same cast goes over and does the 1 o'clock showing of the character dance party in Hometown Square. It's kind of the same songs and same routine as the one that they had last year, just a whole different cast.
I know there was a couple individuals who were a little upset with the dance party. They were expecting to see the ringmaster and friends.
Now, those individuals were at the picnic where they were
Yes, they
told
were.
that was the case.
Yes, and I did remind them that that was the case, and like the light went on. They're like, "Oh yeah, that was said." I'm like, "Yep." So ringmaster is not there. Yep, Sydney self-identified on that one. We weren't going to call you out, but if you want to go ahead and and identify and say who you were, that's great. What'd you think of that new uprising?
I liked it. I really loved the beginning where they're up on top of the roof, the whole 360 aspect. I've heard so many different little rumors back and forth about how things are changing. And of course, like they're still using Knox's voice for certain things. And the ever ending topic of where was Knox this weekend?
Yes. And for those, again, who are at the picnic, we were informed that Knox is going to make limited appearances this season. He's not there all season. And what I was told on Saturday, we're probably going to see him in October. The first time we see him.
Yeah. So I did enjoy the character, the girl that they have up there. She really seems to, do a good job.
Yeah.
And bring it all forward. So does that mean that this is going to be the end of Knox come next season?
We don't know.
Because and it is a ever ending story, correct?
Right. I believe, yeah, there's going to be various sort of evolutions or add-ons to the show. So this is kind of, from what we were told, this is kind of the first iteration change. They just can't implement it all at one time due to.
Right. I did like the second character coming out of the lift.
Yeah. I mean, the parade part of it, basically the same parade that you see every year, but definitely check out that uprising. I mean, like you said, up on the roof and seeing the blood splat up there, that was pretty cool.
I did not witness the beginning of the Witching Hour show, so I don't know if there was any differences in that. And I did not catch Nightmare Rhythm Machine this weekend.
I was just about to ask if you've seen either of those, because we did not.
Yeah, it just time ran out.
Yeah, if anybody in the comments, if you saw the Nightmare Rhythm Machine, let us know your thoughts, because we have not seen it. Somebody said they got splattered by head smash on there.
Yes.
Well, those. There we go. Yep. Yeah,
that blood is flying.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, that squiv with the blood pack in there, that thing is just probably packed to the max, and they pop that thing, it goes everywhere.
Well, and the one from the roof, it's got nowhere to go but down, so.
Yep. So part of the reason they don't let you stand in front of the parade doors, because they don't want you ended up splattered with blood.
Well, and they don't want to push you out of the way when the doors open for the parade.
Right. That is that too. So that was Sarah on the go is welcome back, Sarah.
I think I keep going through towers.
Oh.
It kicks me off.
So we're kind of talking shows and talking new uprising. Did you get a chance to see the new uprising?
I was dance momming all weekend. So, and we had a Sweet 16 on Sunday. So I did not get to, I only saw like the Monster Bash, the dance party in Hometown Square when I was volunteering. I thought that was adorable, but I will definitely have to I think I may try to sneak away from dance momming for a couple hours on Friday and just catch some shows and maybe even go to some houses.
Yeah, the new Uprising is definitely worth checking out.
I would
Right.
think Friday nights they're not going to have Monster Bash nor the character dance party.
Right. That I believe that is correct from based on what I've seen with the schedule.
Oh, on Fridays? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just think Fridays are great.
I love Fridays.
If you're not aware of how great Fridays are, go on a
Stop
Friday.
rude. Stop telling everyone, Sarah. They're all
When to go. Somebody's wanting to know, is there a backstory for the character who took Nox's spot?
I don't know it if there is.
I mean,
Maybe we'll learn it over time.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Maybe when we have Nox making an appearance on there, I'm sure there's probably a different iteration of the show that's probably going to go on as well. So maybe we'll learn. I mean, with that new iteration, at least they acknowledge the fact that Nox is not there.
Yes.
They actually say that our demon overlord is currently not here. So interesting to see when he's there, what type of variation of the show we actually see.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about? We talked shows. We talked about food, haunted houses.
Maybe some of the general, like
the re-entry aspect.
Yeah, the re-entry. I went through the new entrance. I may have to go mute. I don't know where my child is. I'm lost in Lindenhurst. I went through the other entry. I thought that was nice. I think more people should use it. It was really cool to just get into the action. And then
so that one's only open till 5, you said?
That's what it said. We left around 5 and it was already closed. So the literature said only open till 5. But I think they're just like when people weren't using it, they closed it. So
yeah,
I thought it was really a nice way to stay out of the crowds of people like GP who are confused about where they need to be. That it was great. Just go in. It was so easy, especially if you're in preferred. And then
yeah, I had someone message me and be like, I thought the water park was closed. And I'm like, it is.
Yeah, use that entrance. Use it or lose it.
And the fact that you can, what is it? You can't get in after 9 p.m. and you cannot leave and come back after 8 p.m.
Correct.
Yep.
So on a Sunday, it's not a big deal, but on a Saturday, yeah, the re-entry, you're not going to re-enter after 8. You're not gonna, and I get it now, seeing how busy the pickup drop off that just has to be a thing.
Yeah.
A couple other things, I was a little confused on some of the park policy implementation, like seeing adults in full costume. That bothered me. Like, if you can't tell the difference between a child and an adult, like full costume, full makeup, that's going to become a safety issue. So I think they have to work that out. But otherwise, I had a great time. Like I said, we're recalibrating our daily alert because Fright Fest busy is you cannot move on the midway. So I know we had put that it was going to be very busy on Saturday. That was actually not that busy for a Fright Fest.
I mean, it was busy compared to what we were used to. We just have to get reused to it again.
Yeah.
And obviously, the closer we get to Halloween, the more crowded.
Yeah. Yes, it'll get way busier.
Like when we are saying that it will be shoulder to shoulder people and you can barely move, that is what it will be on Uprising on a very busy day. When we get closer to, if we get a good 65-degree day in October, late October, it will be busy. They will be it will be backed up on the 94. You'll be parked in the back if you can find a spot. That's
I'll
how
never
Fright
forget the
Fest is.
freeway sign saying "Park crowded, come back another day."
Yeah. So we just, with all this, we encourage everyone, come early in the season, consider a Friday or a Sunday, consider 2 visits if you want to hit everything up. Those are the best tips we can give people. There's so much to do, and this is such a great problem to have. It's almost a Disney-like problem. You cannot do everything in the time that you have. So I think that's the best advice I have. And use the alternate entrance so they can keep it open.
Yeah, I would have definitely checked that out, but when we had to get there for Coaster Challenge, it was 7:45 in the morning, so they just had us all going one entrance. I did see Vita. I'm going to throw Vita's comment up on the screen. This goes back to Nightmare Rhythm Machine. And something special happens to the Ringmaster.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go check it out.
I'm intrigued. Yeah, definitely need to.
I guess Friday night I know what I'm doing.
There you go. Report back to us. Just kind of looking through the comments here. Did you try the churros?
Too much junk on there for me.
If anyone in the comments, if you tried the churros, the special churro fries that they had, drop that in the comments. I want to know what your thoughts are on there, or if you had the Snickers funnel cake.
I know Casey tried one of them and wasn't impressed, but I don't know which one he tried.
Also, if anyone's been into Starbucks, they should have the fall menu in there. So if you're a fan of the pumpkin spice latte, you should be able to get that from Starbucks, along with the apple crisp macchiato, which also, if you get the apple crisp as a frappuccino, that's also very good as well.
So they have just plain hot chocolate if that's what you want, or plain coffee?
Yes, they actually, on their menu, they do have a regular roasted coffee, and I'm pretty sure there's hot chocolate, those Starbucks hot chocolate on there as well.
That might be the only way they get my money.
They get my money every time I'm there. Half the gift card is probably Starbucks purchases, the other half Fright Fest merchandise. Oh, Sarah.
Do we have anything else?
I'm looking, seeing if there's anything in here. Oh, yeah. Who orders a normal coffee from Starbucks? Come on now. Scare
This
Zone.
one.
Well,
Scare Zones.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about the Scare Zones. Now, I really can't. I'll let you talk Scare Zones here because I really can't comment, because along with the food issue we had, by the time we were walking around the park, they'd already pulled everybody for the
witching hour.
The witching hour. So the Scare Zones were already vacant when I went through. So I really can't comment how well they were.
I mean, I thought they were actually quite well. They were very, very populated. I think there was one that only had 2 people in it. So if they went on break, then I would hate to imagine what that one would look like. But between, you got the clowns over by the Joker, and then there's something, the neon. That one girl can scream. I literally cover my ears going through there. Then they have, I didn't really notice the sliders that normally kind of roam the park at all given times. They seem to have been concentrated over by the food court. So I enjoyed sitting there for a little bit, just watching them do their magic. And there's some henchmen over by Demon. And then you have the scarecrows over on that pathway going back by Viper. I have not been through the underworld yet. It is a one way. You have to go up over by Lobster, and it can only come down over by X Flight towards the food court. Every time we were going to go through, it was that 9 o'clock mark where they pull all the scare actors for the witching hour. So if you're going through a zone and there's absolutely nobody in it, look at the time. And then for the witching hour, they concentrate from the trestle over by Max Force over to the trestle over by Mardi Gras Hangover, just back and forth and back and forth. So it's actually fun to just kind of sit there and just watch it all happen.
Yep.
Or walk it back and forth if you're not exhausted from the entire day.
Yeah, not only in there, are you going to see the scare zone actors, but you got a very good chance you might see the cast of Ringmasters walking there as well.
They were out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep, exactly what we're talking about right now.
Yep. I enjoy the witching hour. I remember sometimes I was very torn between the No Mercy laugh and the witching hour. Like, which one am I going to do? Because you can't do both.
Right.
So now that they've removed the No Mercy, I have nothing to do but watch witching hour.
I see people talk about hotel discounts. That's irrelevant to our conversation here, so I'm not even going to acknowledge any of
There's
that.
no discounts. I tried.
Let's see. I see. Asked him about the orange drink. We kind of talked about that at the top of the show. The Fanta drink, which Jamie ordered the drink minus all the ingredients, so she actually has the cups. I know there's some issue with the candy corn syrup on there. Not everyone had the candy corn syrup, or I don't think it was there at all. I heard orange, dreamsicle is what it's kind of compared to.
Yeah.
So I'll have to check that out on the next trip. I've got Hop Along Cassidy with me now, who's got her foot in a boot.
And we do have a lot of scare actors in the group. They love seeing your posts. I know there's, the ones where people are commending them for going above and beyond to help little kids not be scared. I love seeing those kind of posts.
I think they're talking about, do you know much, Jamie, about the 6 times the points on the drink, the specialty drink, or maybe?
I didn't look at my points except to see all the purchases I made, how much my points jumped. But I did not look, and those would always come like a week or two later. They don't come the same day. I'll have to look back at my points and see, because they did charge me, full price as if I purchased a drink.
Right.
So it would qualify for the 6 times, but I did not look to see if we actually got them or not.
Yeah, Mike. So just kind of keep checking.
If you don't get them, you can always go to member services and they'll add them on.
Yeah, they'll definitely add that in there for you.
And is this coming Sunday member appreciation?
I believe so. Let me pull the app up right now and see. Let's see what they say. Yes, September 26th.
So I would expect the park to be a little more crowded this Sunday with members.
Yep, you got that exclusive ride time from 10 to 11. So it looks like Max Force, Whizzer, and Triple Play. And don't forget to get your free icy. So you get a free icy during that.
I was sad to see it looks like Sticky Fingers has been cleaned out, so there'll be no more frozen lemonade for me.
Oh, no. Yeah, let's see. Anything else? There is the first responder ERT on October 2nd. We just saw that in the comments. That's coming up as well. I personally won't be in the park at all this weekend. I have a half marathon on Sunday, so
You'll be being healthy.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's directly asking me, what is the best haunted house at Six Flags? I'm gonna have to defer that question just because I have not been through the haunted houses yet. I was there on Saturday and did not make it in through a single
But you went through them on preview night, didn't you?
on preview night,
But there
the
were
thing
less
was,
people in them.
right, they were less staff, so it's really, I mean, I've always liked 13th Order, but the problem was when I went through on preview night with 13th Order, security was kind of going through a drill, so they were walking through right ahead of us. So that just kind of messed up that whole vibe being in there. But that one's always been my favorite.
I like that one. I mean, it has some good scenes in it. The only thing I don't like in that one is like that room with all like the nuns. I really wish one of them was real.
Yes,
That
yes.
would
I keep
just
waiting for one of them.
sometime one of them has to be real. I think
Yeah.
that would really get me. Gates of Hell seems much longer. They definitely expanded Gates of Hell. They did take out what do you call it? I'm not gonna say what I call it.
I know what you're about to call. I was like, please don't. But it's basically when you're walking through there, you're kind of going through, it's almost like a vinyl like sheets that you're pushing your way through.
That they're filled with air.
Right, and they're filled with air. It's like a tight opening you're walking through. Those have been removed.
Yes, so that was another, I know somebody was talking about concerns with that with COVID. And the only other thing I would think, you're constantly touching things to go through them.
Yes.
So definitely sanitize after you leave a haunted house.
Yeah, because
those
every single
a
haunted
lot
house,
of traffic through them.
Yeah, you're pushing those sort of,
especially in Big Top, all those curtains in that maze, which I walk into a wall every time.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Laura
with
and I did that. We circled back through and we also got people who were starting to go through the maze. We're like, I'm not sure how we did this, but then as we were working our way back through, we realized there were little signs on the ground that kind of pointed you where to go.
I didn't hit 13th Order again, and I didn't hit what's the new medical massacre called? Condemned?
Condemned.
Yeah, I didn't hit that one again. So that'll be my goal this weekend. But I'll have the little guy Friday, so there'll be no haunted houses for me.
Let's see the comment here. There are no rides going backwards. That's another question that seems to keep coming up. There is absolutely nothing going backwards this season. So if you're looking for a backwards coaster, you're not going to find one. V2 obviously closed. It's going through a paint job. As you walk by, you can actually see it being painted.
Mm-hmm.
In there.
It's already pretty red.
Yep. Other way. Did anyone do Manslaughter Manor?
Yes. That's the one with the house with the girls, right? Yes, there's a little demon in there. Hint, hint. Her father told me, I think my child is possessed by the demon now.
That's funny.
Yeah, we did that one twice this weekend because I think it's it's a shorter one, so it's easier for like taking the little kids through for their first time. It's over quicker for them.
Possessed kid house. Just again, comments here. Anything else we haven't really talked about? I think we've pretty much covered it all.
I think we did.
Yeah, if there's any other questions, last chance in the comments here in terms of anything about Fright Fest. I didn't mention him at the top of the show, but I do want to thank Brent, who's behind the scenes producing this show. So thank you. Saves me from pushing some of the buttons on here. I can just kind of sit here and talk and have a good old time instead of worried about what's on the screen. He stuck his tongue out. That'd be great. James is saying the kids' rides appear to be short-staffed.
Saturday, I noticed them all running when I was going around and doing my point check. But Sunday, Sunday, I noticed that little area over by the lobster, none of them were running early on.
James said hometown was closed on Sunday, closed all day on Sunday. Another comment, do you have to wear your mask through the haunted houses?
Some of them, yes.
Some, yes. If they are
Anything that was not
indoors.
outdoors.
So you do need them indoors. I mean, the one that I know for sure that you don't is 13th Order, because that's mostly outside. That one I specifically remember saying that it's optional.
Technically, so is Bloodshed, correct?
Yeah.
They built it in an open space, so I'm assuming it has no roof.
Yeah, I don't recall. I don't remember looking up. I don't think there's a roof on that thing, but they did say have your mask on when you walked in. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Just listen to the attendant at the entrance when they go through their spiel. If they tell you need to have the mask on, put your mask on. You know, it's that simple.
Oh yeah, and they're actually being really they're being really strict. But don't put
In the
them in an
stores,
uncomfortable
they were.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Flash Pass, they were like, we will not let you in the building. And there were people like, well, I'm from Wisconsin, it doesn't count. Well, it
But in
does.
Illinois, it does matter.
Yes.
It
There's
does.
probably a Packers fan that said that too.
But just don't put anyone in an uncomfortable position. I mean, I think it's a happy medium between not having capacity limits and being able to walk around the midways without a mask and just putting one on when you're inside. No big deal. You don't want to we talk about like being nice to like the 16 or 17-year-old or 18-year-old working in a store. Don't make that your time where you want to just be obstinate. Just put a mask on or don't go in.
Right, exactly. I said they were very strict. I mean, the stores were really strict in there.
I didn't run into that.
Thanks to Bob and Laura for saving Zoe.
Yes, we did. We did save Zoe. She went in the store, realized she didn't have her mask with her, and luckily Laura had a backpack filled with masks. So,
Hi, Bobby.
Victory Lane, the one cashier had her mask down all the way, and then a bunch of people were walking in. I mean, that's a fairly open store anyway, so it's not like I was like super worried. But I also think it's like it should be a habit. You walk in, put it on. So I don't think she was also ready to tell anybody to put the mask on.
No.
Strict at Funnel Cake Foundry. Oh, attendant said you should, but we did have some people are like the attendants in an indoor ride said we don't have to wear it. You know the policy is to wear it, just wear it.
Yes.
That would be Dark Knight and Justice League, and there's still some training going on because then we run into that. Well, I didn't have to put it on last time, and it just.
And what's the
I wear a mask?
Turn around and shut it down. Do you really want that to happen?
Yeah.
Right, and just remember too. You know, we're zero debate on masks. So if Park says you got to wear a mask, you need to wear a mask.
Yeah. So we're just going with you put it on everywhere where you're indoors. You walk in and there's a roof over your head, have a mask on. Just do it out of kindness and respect to the people who work there. They didn't make the policy. The park didn't make this decision. This is a state decision. That's just what it is.
Yep.
The attendant said that at Bloodshed you need one or not. You don't need one. And I think my understanding is that you do need them in all the haunted houses because it's even though it's it doesn't have a roof, that you're in a close quarters. Yes, in Bloodshed. Yeah. I wear one all day. Doesn't hurt me. Should, but not. The attendant said should, but not mandatory. We'll get some clarification.
Yeah, I'm sure the right people are watching this that are going to see that comment, so that should get fixed.
Yeah, we'll get some clarification. Our understanding is all houses are masked.
Yep.
But overall, hats off to the park. Incredible job.
As far as Fright Fest go and like opening days of Fright Fest go, I think this is one of the smoother ones.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some rough opening days of Fright Fest. And like we didn't see a lot of major complaints, just little. I mean, really, On the whole, the things that we have as areas for improvement are very minor. Like they're very, very minor. Bumper cars. Well, yeah, there's a roof over your head in bumper cars. Thank you, Rebecca.
And those were not decorated as of yet. Usually they enclose it off a little and make it Halloween theme, and it was not.
Yeah, I think it was I think this is the first time I've noticed having Coaster Challenge and Fright Fest on the same day.
No, it was last year as
It
well.
was last year too? Or 2019?
2 years ago. Yeah. Last year's
I
vanilla
like
boy.
Yeah, last year doesn't count. I like that combination. I think that's really fun to bring everyone out to ride a bunch of rides and then celebrate. But yeah, as opening days go for Fright Fest, this has been really great.
Yeah, and it was great, you know, volunteering, doing the volunteering part of Fright Fest, seeing a lot of the junkies coming through, not
Yeah.
only participating in Coaster Challenge, but just, you know, walking by. It just happened to be, I was at Joker, so I was right there basically on the midway. So I got quite a few people coming past.
I think
gave out
Mike
some
found all of us.
bracelets.
He identified where all of us were first.
Yes, he did.
He found all of us.
Yeah, I give Mike props because he goes to the high school I graduated from. So I graduated many years ago.
As the senior citizen of the mod team.
No. I used to be the senior citizen of the mod team. The producer of this show
has taken the reign.
Yep. Brian is older than I am, so finally, I'm not the oldest one here. He's saying no, but
Rebecca asked, with teacups or Chubasco, are they doing music with strobe lights?
Yeah, Terror Twister.
Yeah.
I still think there's some decorating still going on in the park. I don't know how many of you noticed, but the pond up front didn't have the torches in the water yet.
I'm sure every time we'll see a little bit added. It's got to be hard to just find the time with all these special events going on and shows, just to find the time to do that. I'm sure that's a challenge, but
yeah, because I think normally aren't they closed 2 weeks before Fright Fest, and this week they only really had one full Saturday.
Yeah, I think
because that other Saturday was a buyout.
They didn't even have Saturday.
No, you're right. They didn't, because it was the buyout and then it was open.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting that there was a buyout on Sunday. I thought that was interesting to find out that there was one from, what was it, 10 to 1?
It was rides only too, like major coasters. And apparently they bust them in, I heard.
Oh, wow. So maybe we'll see more of those coming up.
All right.
And they're open more Thursdays this year than I thought. I may not actually hit my streak this year because Thursdays will make it difficult for me.
Yeah, Thursdays will be impossible for us. Thursday's great day to go if they're open on a Thursday.
Yes.
And don't
forget on a Saturday, plan ahead. I mean, if you want to go October 31st this year, you might be a little bit insane. But
yeah, don't forget too, if you're going to attend on Columbus Day, that is coasters, that's rides only. It's not frights.
No frights.
So there won't be any frights. So if you're going there hoping to see a haunted house or wondering why you can't purchase a fright pass for that day, that is why.
It's pretty much a family day. Generally on that day.
I always remember it being even more short-staffed than we are now.
Well, yeah, because
and if it's a nice day, then everyone's going to go because they're off of school, and
fewer and fewer schools are off that day.
Okay.
In Wisconsin, you guys don't.
We're not. No.
Yeah. So it's like that. It cuts down on guests, but also cuts down on employees. Or if somebody works another 9 to 5, they're not available.
Right.
Question about Fright Pass. Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us, what is your question? We can always insert like the Jeopardy music here.
What is my favorite thing at Fright Fest? Well, I'm a Broadway nerd, so I love some Love at First Fright. Oh, Northwestern students. I could see why they would drive them then.
All right, last call.
We'll get that question.
Yeah, get that Fright Pass question in here before we End the broadcast here.
Yeah. We're doing really well with time. We've been in and
Slightly
out.
over an hour, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to go 2 hours here.
And please stop with the questions about holiday in the park.
Yes, one season at a time. Holiday in the Park will be occurring. Holiday in the Park drive-through experience will be occurring.
It's
They're
already
not
announced.
happening on the exact same day because you cannot walk through the park while somebody is driving through the park. So just to put that out there.
Dipped apples of Trudy's, any chance that they'll come back? We will try to find an answer. We will consult the Dippin' Dots guy and find out if they're coming back. Oh, yeah, I think, we covered a lot of things about Fright Pass. I can't think of other questions. So probably just sign off.
Just rewatch this. We'll you'll watch the replay. We'll throw it up on the YouTube channel so you can watch that. We'll put it on the podcast, so if you want to listen to while driving in your car, or while you're laying in bed and don't want to actually see us on there, rather just hear it. So we'll get those up there. But I think that about does it for tonight with Fright Fest. So thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Sarah, for joining on this.
Sorry for missing about a half hour driving.
That's okay. It was entertaining. Thank you, Brent, for running the controls here, keeping the comments coming and the banners going. One less thing for me to worry about, so I can focus on talking. It's hard enough to talk and like chew gum at the same time.
And for the person just asking if it's all parks, no, Fright Pass is only, unless you're Diamond Elite, it is only for your home park.
All right. Well, thanks everyone, and have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.